I didn't have to correct you.
Wait,
That was perfect.
Okay, but you say it. You say it.
It's Copaiba. It's perfect. It's
Copaiba.
exactly. Yeah, I like it when I have to correct you because it's part of the, you know, the magic of the Amazon. But yes, this Copaiba resin. What we have here is a mud.
Okay. Wait, a mud?
So, a mud. Yeah, it's a mud. But it's a mud that is going to give you tons of volume. This Copaiba mud, it is our it's number one product in the UK. We can never keep it in stock.
Because you're worldwide, by the way. Like, Taya
Yes.
is not something that we just have here in the United States. It's like in Germany, it's in France, it's in England,
Yeah,
Australia, it's been in Canada.
We are
like
everywhere, but I have to tell you that we are everywhere, but only with very limited stock because we collect all the ingredients only when it's the right season. And the indigenous, you know, and in the Amazon, we only have two seasons, the dry and the rainy season. So we have to work with the river. There are only so many we can collect, and that's why we have to assign each for each country. So, but this Copaiba resin, it's a styling product. Guys also gonna love it, by the way.
Resin,
you put it,
it's a styling product.
Pours out of this little, I'm gonna show you, this is the resin itself. Right? It literally pours out of this very ancient tree that we call the Copaiba tree. So you see how it goes up? It raises up. Well, this is what's going to do to your hair. It is these microfibers of this Copaiba resin. Now I'm going to show you very quickly. You put it on dry hair, and I'm going to show you these fibers. You see?
oh, wow.
That is.
And they're kind of like multiplying
yeah,
as you.
and look, this you can. If I go like this, you see them. That is what's going to happen to your hair. It's going to raise up, and I put a lot. You only need to use a little bit.
Just
so
tiny
if your hair, you know, if your issues that your hair is sagging, boring, think of it as defining gravity, because this Copaiba resin goes in, and there's also a green clay there, and the green clay tends to eliminate all the excess of odors and excess of oil. So what it does is kind of that it creates. Oh, wait, sorry, I got interrupted. This is just so.
Oh, that's lovely. That is really.
Sorry, so what was I? Oh, yeah, no, I was saying that the green clay, what it does is it eliminates all that excess of odors.
It smells so good.
And it creates a canvas. So then the Copaiba resin can come up, and then there's one that is an aphrodisiac. That's how we call it. I don't know if it is or not, but we think it is in the indigenous communities, and it's the yerba mate. The yerba mate has twice the antioxidants of a green tea. So we call it the cappuccino for the hair. In the morning, in the night, you can call it something else.
I feel like my hair has a better diet with your line than my body actually has with food.
Well, then there is something
that.
to say about that. Arlene, why don't we show them how to use it? Because this is just so great.
2.5 ounces, by the way.
It's so, look, just volume.
Are you guys having fun?
It's like a magic trick.
Are you guys having fun?
Courtney is like super fun.
And I see that you guys are smelling it, and while you guys are over there smelling, I'm smelling it too. Honestly, we have to create with a scent, a mist with this scent, because it's.
I'd be or a candle.
Oh my, or a candle. Oh my God, it smells so good. So let me show you how this works, because this is basically used on dry hair. Not on wet hair, dry hair. And all I like to do is just tap it. Just by tapping it, you're actually gonna get just the amount that you need. So I'm gonna give that to Maggie a minute. And what I like to do, girls, is I like to put it on the tips of my fingers. I'm always sticking my fingers up, but it's for a reason. I very seldom use brushes. I do a lot of styling just with my fingertips. So I put it right on my fingertips. You see, it almost looks like it's gonna disappear, but you see it there, right? Now I'm gonna move Mag backwards, and I'm gonna just lift the hair. And what I wanna do is for you to, at home, just put your hands wherever you want to create that lift. And what's going to happen I'm going to just turn you around, because you see this? Wherever I apply the mud, it's going to lift and it's going to raise. So I'm going to put a tiny bit more. I know this is crazy, but I mean, there's a reason to my madness.
So how you're applying this, just if you're at home watching with short hair, should you always like work from top to bottom?
Absolutely.
Or?
You can do anything you want. The secret here is just tap it a little bit on the tips of your fingers. And I'm going to move Maggie around here again. Look at how I'm going to do this. Just by going into the roots and lifting, you are going to create that lift. You see that?
Oh, I see it. It's about 3 inches off her head.
So this is what you want to do. I'm going to actually, if I want to take away her bangs, all I got to do is put it here and boom. You see?
Wow.
Let me turn you around, Mag, over there. There we go. Now, I know that looks a little bit crazy, and there's, you know, the reason why I do these demos is because I want you to see that there's a potential for you to get that volume. I'll put a tiny bit again. Notice I use tiny bit.
I think that's very important to say, that you should just use a little bit, because with Taya, less is more, which means this is going to last you for a very long time. It's very concentrated. You put just a little bit, and look, think of it as defying gravity.
Yeah, you see that? Now, she had bangs a minute ago, and then you know, if you have those heavy bangs at home and you're thinking, what can I do to get those bangs away from my face? Watch, just by applying that tiny bit, I can still comb my fingers through that because it does have that coconut oil, and it's going to keep that hair nice and shiny. Now, I'm gonna show you how this is also going to be really great for a restyler. So I'm going to just brush it down, and I'm going to have Maggie just zhuzh it up herself. So remember, the product is in there. So as long as Maggie redirects that root going up, you see how she's lifting those roots? As long as she lifts the roots, she's automatically having that Copaiba work to her benefit and lifting and raising and just giving her that. So I'm going to turn you around. I need for you to see how big this is. You see this? In seconds. So you think, wow, how was she able to? It's really simple. It's very easy. So if your hair is flat, if your hair is lifeless, if you are not getting the volume that you want, this is a great product for you to try. It's going to instantly be able to create that lift, especially on short hair. If you have hair like Maggie that's just short and you're thinking, wow, I love my haircut, but it never looks like it's done. I never have anything done. Wash, shampoo your hair, blow dry it crazy, and then go on in, and I'm going to show you really quick here with Jody, because I want you to see how much you need of that, which is really very important.
Can you imagine sitting behind Maggie at the movies, being like, excuse
That's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say move. I'd be like, tell me more about your hair.
Or the theater. You're not gonna.
You guys come up with the weirdest things. Okay, so you put it on. Remember the tips of your fingers. God gave you these fingers, girls. I'm always saying that these are your comb. So go on in. I'm gonna watch how I'm gonna go right in here, and as I do that, I know it's gonna be a little crazy once again, but I want you to see that you are able to create that lift and create that hold.
Look at that.
Once again, soft, manageable. It's not oily, it's not sticky. You are going to be able to create that lift, create the hold, beautiful shine from that coconut oil, and the wonderful, beautiful hold from that Copaiba. So it's a no-brainer.
Okay, hold on a second. Can we see Jody's before and after? I got a ruler because she has I mean, here's the thing. She's very straight hair. Can we see the before and after really quick? I'm just going to hold this up because I want you to see the height of this. That is 2 3/4 of an inch off of her head.
And that was just
no teasing.
No teasing, just one application.
Fingers, remember.
Fingers. And look, we could make this bigger if we wanted to.
Absolutely.
And if you leave your house and then you think, oh, it's gone, no. Like we just saw before, all you have to do is you shake it and you activate the formula again.
Hold on, we've got to go next to Maggie.
Yeah,
so I don't bring the ruler out often, but Meg, who is our camera gal upstairs shooting our show, was like, I have to zoom out to get everybody's hair in. Okay, so let's look at Maggie. Maggie is 3 1/4 inches. Look at all like guys. Volume, 3 1/4 inches off of your scalp. Like it brings a whole new meaning that there's nowhere to go but up. Attitude included.
Yeah, think of it as defining gravity. That's what it does. A Copaiba resin makes your hair raise up. Look at that.
That is flirting with 4 inches in the back.
It's like a
4 inches in the back.
That is the size of your hand.
Yeah.
It's a
Guys, this is not a hard decision.
No. And I'm short. I don't want her sitting in front of me at all. I mean, forget it.
Okay, so 2.5 ounces of the Copaiba Styling and Volumizing Fiber Mud. I mean, holy hair, you guys. And by the way, when I opened that up, do you know what song popped into my head?
What song?
If you like pina coladas.
I love it.
That was
I do love a pina colada. But you know why?